Today we're finally going to do some work on the Danger Ranger and start off with replacing the cruise control buttons as they have finally stopped working. Since we have to remove the airbag, the very first thing we want to do is disconnect the 12-volt battery. After disconnecting the battery, go collect the rest of the tools you need, as you want to wait about 5 minutes to make sure there's no residual charge in the system. I always opt to remove the negative terminal using a 10mm socket and just set it to the side, making sure it's not touching any metals. Getting to the cruise control housing is very simple. We just have to remove these two plastic clips on the steering wheel column, undo two 8mm screws, and the airbag comes off quickly and easily. Removing these little plastic caps is easy. Use a nylon pry bar and simply lift up under the edge and keep an eye on the clip as it flies through the cabin. Repeat the process for the other side. Removing the two screws is very simple. I'm using a ratcheting screwdriver with an 8mm socket to get in there and remove the two screws. Do the same on the other side, making sure to hit the camera a few times in the process, as there's not much room to place a camera and tripod in here. Once the two screws are gone, you can simply lift the airbag out. It has a brown connector at the top right. Just push in on the tab on the back side to release it and then pull it out. After the airbag is removed and out of the way, we have 4 Phillips head screws to remove. If your controls are in better condition than mine, they should come out in one piece and not like 7 or so like mine do. Once all 4 screws are removed, it's time to unplug the connectors on the controls. There are no tabs or locks on these things, so just wiggle them side to side a little bit and pull them out. When it comes to sliding them onto the new controls, just make sure all of the pins on the control line up with the holes on the connector and slide it on. To slide the new control in, you'll want to have the top edge go behind the steering wheel so it slots in around the little tab. This would be easier to do before connecting the wiring back in, but the wiring is kind of short and at an odd angle to push in after the fact. Once you have the driver's side in, go ahead and put your 2 Phillips head screws back in, making sure the ground wire is connected over the control housing, and then tighten down the 2 screws and move on to the other side. Removing and putting in the passenger side control is pretty much exactly the same and is quick and easy. As I mentioned, there is no lock on the connector for the wiring, and you can see mine sliding off. Once it's screwed into the steering wheel and pressed in, though, it should not come out. Now that the new cruise control buttons are on, it's time to reconnect the airbag. Just plug in the brown connector and then slide it onto the steering wheel. Now we just need to do the reverse of everything that we just did and put the two 8mm screws back into the steering wheel. And then once the screw is in, push in the little plastic cover to cover it back up. Then we just do the same exact thing on the other side, and you may have to wiggle the airbag a little to get the holes to line up, but it shouldn't give you any trouble. With everything reconnected, it's time to reconnect the battery. And since I knew someone would complain if I didn't, I went ahead and cleaned the corrosion off the positive terminal before reconnecting the negative terminal to the battery. And that's it. Quick and easy, and go take it for a test drive and make sure your cruise works again. As always, if you like the content I'm putting out, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all new content as it comes out. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. And before we go, a quick shout out to our channel members. Dobby Lapuz, Sebastian YT,